At the line now, Jeff Aren and Bob Bode. Both trying to find their way into the field. Aren on the left, Bode over on the right. Aren, #1 qualifier here in 07. Whoa! Bob Bode! Whoa! The body blows right off of that thing. He drifts over across the center line, gets it back under control. There's a moment for you.
Boy, did it blow off. It disintegrated when it came off of that chassis. We can see Bob gets out of that car safely. Just a huge explosion that just launched that body up into the air. Wow. Taking a look at it from the Goodyear blimp. Now, you know, we haven't seen this that much. In the past, this was kind of a common thing, watching the bodies completely blow off of the car. But with the advent of the burst panels and stuff to help relieve the pressure, that's what they're supposed to do. When the burst panel comes off of that, relieves the pressure so the body doesn't come flying off of the chassis. But here, the burst panel went off, but then the body was right behind it, splits it apart, and pieces were flying everywhere. Wow.
You are talking a lot of energy to make that happen. One other look for you. Wow.
That's some good camera work catching that, huh?
Yeah, that's great. And you see the safety safari right away goes for the parts and pieces. You want to get that track cleared.
Like I said, it's unusual for that to happen because here's the burst panel right up here. Now, what happens when the pressure, when that engine backfires, that burst panel comes up and it's supposed to relieve the pressure from the body, thus keeping the body from breaking in half and or flying off the car like we saw in this particular incident with Bob Bode. But it looked like the burst panel came off, but then the body was just right behind it. So it had to be a huge explosion and concussion underneath that body to launch that thing off the car, off the chassis the way that it did.
Well, at least it's loud, right?
Oh, yeah, I guarantee it's loud.
Heard it in the air.
Yeah, it'll stun you just for an instant, and I guarantee you, you just kind of go black for just an instant when that happens. Look at that. Burst panel comes off. But boy, then the front of it buckled, and once that happened, got underneath it, and then pieces and, body just came apart, and that was the end of it. Wow.
Yeah, once it gets up into the airstream, too, boy, it is gone. Yeah, look at that thing disintegrate.
Yeah, it just folds the sides out, and man, I mean, that's a pretty strong piece of carbon fiber, too, for it to just be able to do that. That is a big-time hit right there.
And two pieces of good news. Bob Bode is okay, climbed right out of the car, and both Bode and Jeff Aren have made it into the field. Aren at 9th and Bode at 15th. Schriefer is now the bump. Gary Gerald.
Well, Bob Bode has climbed out. They got this car back here, and we were just talking about how much of your ears ringing. This is a guy that used to run high-speed boats, and every once in a while you have incidents there. Is there any similarity when you lose the bodywork like that with a big concussion?
You know, when it happens so quick, whether you're on the water or on asphalt out here, when it happens, all of a sudden you think you're doing good, and bam, all of a sudden I had sunlight, body was gone, and I was trying to keep it from bouncing upside down.
Now, you are in the number 15 spot for the moment. Have you got another body that you can slap on this machine?
I heard we're 15th. That's awesome. I want to race on Monday here, and we do have a spare body up there. I'd like to see if my other one's any good, but I haven't been able to find that out yet.
All right. Wish you well, bud. Glad you're all right.
Thank you. I'm perfect. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
And again, look at the debris that goes up in the air.